Byzantium. The empire that refused to die. The story of the empire that carried Rome's torch for 1,000 years after its fall. How did it survive? And why? When Western Rome fell in 476 AD, many thought the Roman Empire was over. But in the east, there was a city that still pulsated with power. Constantinople. Constantine the Great built it and made it the new capital of the empire. It later became known as Byzantium, the Byzantine Empire. There, it preserved Roman culture, but became Greek in its language and spirit. At its heart, Constantinople was a fortified fortress, with triple walls and a sea to protect it. It withstood Persian, Slavic, Arab, and Mongol attacks. It enjoyed its glory under Justinian I, who reasserted control over North Africa and Italy. He built the Hagia Sophia, an enduring architectural and spiritual masterpiece. It faced plagues, revolts, and wars, but it did not fall. Despite repeated blows, the Byzantines developed unique diplomatic tactics. They cleverly used gold, religion, and alliances to survive. When the Crusades came, Byzantium was the focus of attention of both the West and the East. But it was not spared. In 1204, the Crusaders sacked Constantinople. It was a major blow, but it rose again in 1261. But the greatest threat came from the East Ottomans, siege after siege, until the fateful day came. May 29, 1453. More than 1,000 years after the fall of Rome, Constantinople fell, but its fall was not the end, but the beginning of a new era. The Ottomans made it their capital and renamed it Istanbul. Why did Byzantium last so long? Because it adapted. It blended East and West, strength and cunning, because it understood that survival is not just about strength, but also about resilience. Because it preserved heritage, exported knowledge, and established a legal and literary system that endures to this day. Conclusion. Byzantium was not merely a continuation of Rome, but rather a civilization in its own right, carrying timeless lessons in survival, intelligence, and transformation.